Okay, so today we are doing a manicure, and I'm going to do a very fast, very easy manicure with clear coat. And this is the second time I'm seeing this client. So I'm going to use this product first, and she's actually using it, and it looks like it's been helping because there was some peeling on some of the nails, and I think they are improving. So normally what I recommend, like today we're going to do the clear coat, but normally what I recommend is if there is any peeling, it's better to take care of the peeling first and then start wearing polish if you choose to, because the strengtheners, they don't go through the nail polish, so it's better to take care of the nails first. So I'm going to use this. By the way, we washed our hands. This is how I always start my manicures. But in this case, I want to show you how I do the manicure with a clear coat. And by the way, this product is not supposed to make any skin contact. This is why I apply it away from the skin. So it doesn't have to be applied like super perfectly, as long as you're not touching the skin, really. Okay, so I'm just going to, I always use new files, so I'm going to score this file just so I accidentally don't cut the client. Okay, and we're going to shape the nails to a kind of a natural shape. A shape that is the strongest. Usually the strongest shape is a shape that follows the shape of the nail bed. So for some people that shape might be a little bit more round, and for some people a little bit more square. Shorter is always better when it comes to strength, for sure. I always compare side to side, because it's easy to shape one nail and do a good job, but sometimes it's more difficult to shape them all so they look kind of similar. Sometimes the nails look even from one angle, but then when you tilt them, they are different. And why is that? Because sometimes the curve of the nail is a little bit different. So what I do is I just do something like in between. If one of them is a little bit more square than the other one, or flat, yeah. So now I'm just going to nudge the skin back. And I know I repeat that in every video, but we have a lot of new viewers, or maybe this is the first time you're watching the video. This is not a cuticle, this is a skin fold. And the cuticle is this white stuff, sticky white stuff. So I'm going to move the skin fold out of the way gently. And I only go as far as I can comfortably, like this doesn't hurt whatsoever. If it doesn't want to move, I don't move. Over time, with proper cream usage and proper care, that skin becomes more flexible, more elastic, and it can be nudged a little bit better and less stuck to the nail. Because what happens is some people have tendency, or some people's nails have tendency for that skin to stick to the nail, and then as the nail is growing, it starts to pull that skin fold with it. And some people don't. As you can see on this finger, there's nothing. And for the most part, this is a cosmetic thing. It's not a big deal. It's not that there was anything wrong with your nails. It's just that when that skin is pulled and the skin is dry, it can actually tear and cause some pain. So it's better to really take care of the skin. Cutting it is very short-sighted solution in my opinion. Not very super safe. It's better to take care of the skin so it doesn't get dry, so it is elastic and it can bounce back. And now I do dry manicures only really in a salon. Sometimes I just filmed some of the manicure videos that I would do with cuticle remover just to show you guys how I would do them. But in the salon settings, I always do dry manicures. So what I do is I remove the cuticle, like this sticky white stuff from the nail, and I just go over the sides very gently. I'm not trying to remove dry skin. I'm just trying to just smooth a little bit the skin, because we can't remove dry skin by filing it. That's not how it works. And I like to bevel the free edge as well a little bit, remove the skirt, so that's that flaky stuff underneath the nail sometimes when you file it. So you see this is the cuticle. This has to be done really, really gently. Sometimes, unfortunately, I see nail techs, I don't know, file this area very aggressively. Cuticle is not very thick, especially on hands. Sometimes there could be more cuticle on feet, but not on the hands. So when I see a lot of dust flying around, that's not a cuticle being removed, that's nail being filed, and that's just not good because we're weakening the nail by doing so. I try to always keep as much nail as possible for the strength, because what's the point of removing the top layer of the nail and then having to use strengtheners to strengthen the nail? The nail will never be as strong as it was naturally with that top layer not removed. So sometimes you see me buff the nail a little bit just to remove the shine, so the nail polish doesn't, so the nail polish does stick well. But I try to do this as little as possible. It's difficult because for myself, I actually don't buff my nails. I really don't. If the polish chips, it chips. If it wears, it wears. But for clients, it's a little bit different because people expect in a salon for the nail polish to last as long as possible. So very often people try to buff the nail to make the surface smoother so the polish looks good, so the polish sticks better. But over time, that can really thin the nail. And once the nail is thin and damaged, nothing will stick to it anyway. And then there's no way of really repairing it. Like I know a lot of people are saying that they want to heal their nails, they want to really like strengthen them, but once they are severely damaged, the damage just has to grow out. There is no way of really fixing it. I mean, there are ways of conditioning the nails, there are ways to slightly improve the condition, but nothing will like really fix it or regrow the layers, because the nail is growing from this area, so the new nail has to grow out here. The nail does not grow from underneath like skin. Skin is different. Skin will grow from underneath, nail doesn't. So when half of your nail is damaged, for example here, it just has to grow out, just like hair. So if you, let's say, I don't know, bleached your hair too much and the ends are really fried, yes, I mean, definitely you should use conditioners and stuff, but it's not going to make the hair new again. It just doesn't. And now this is just to smooth and bevel the free edge, because sometimes Even when we shorten the nails or shape the nails with a very soft file, it's still kind of sharp. It's smooth, but it's sharp. This actually kind of rounds it off, and it just feels much better. So the reason why I don't apply the oil and cream now is because I want the nails as clean as possible before I apply the polish. And what some people do, some nail technicians or manicurists, they apply the cream and oil, but then they remove it with this. So I don't really see the point, to be honest. Sometimes when there is a lot of oil in the sidewalls, the polish does not stick properly, it peels. So it's much better to, in my opinion, to do the cream after. And especially with Dazzle Dry, the polish dries so quickly, especially what we're going to do now, just base coat and top coat. In literally 2 minutes, it's going to be dry. Because sometimes I get the comments with like, oh my god, but the skin is still dry. Well, yeah, because I just wiped it with alcohol. But in real life, this is not visible. So I get these questions, people are asking if you can just use the base coat. No, it's just going to peel off right away. The base coat dries extremely quickly and almost dries to like nothing. And it needs to have a top coat. You can't use the top coat, and I'm talking about Dazzle Dry brand, by itself either, because the top coat is not going to stick to the nail. So the base coat makes the polish stick to the nail. The polish gives color if you use it, and the top coat gives shine. And I know that Dazzle Dry also sells the Transform, which is a ridge filler. And I guess you could use the ridge filler after the base coat. I personally, I'm not a big fan because it's very thick. It takes a long time to dry. And it does not really create like extremely fluffy, shiny surface anyway. I just don't see the point. And I've done some, I mean, everybody is different. Some people really love it and they get good results with it and they like it, that's fine. But I've asked some of the clients, I've used it and they're like, meh. They don't find it that amazing. So this is much quicker service with just the base coat and top coat. I don't know, it takes me usually like maximum like half an hour. And I have quite a few people coming for this type of quick manicure. And by the way, important part, the base coat has to be completely clear. So in case it's a little cloudy, you want to make sure that you put it in a bit of hot water, because it has to be very clear in order to bond properly. If it's not clear, it's going to peel off the nail. I'm not sure if you can see, there's this little flyaway string here. And that is because the base coat is, sorry, the top coat is a little bit too thick. I'm going to have to thin it out. The top coat has to be thinned out on a regular basis. I find for this manicure, it doesn't really matter as much because you don't really get any shrinking. And because it's a little bit thicker, it's a little bit more shiny. But if I was applying the top coat over the color, definitely I would thin it out. Because when the top coat is too thick, it can actually shrink. And why would I use Dazzle Dry and not just any clear nail polish? First of all, the biggest benefit, I guess, is this dries very quickly. Like in 2 minutes, they're not even tacky, the nails. Number two is that this does not yellow the nails even after a long time. So if you wear it all the time, it doesn't yellow the nails. If you never wear clear nail polish and you just want to wear it once in a blue moon, I don't think it's worth paying for such expensive base coat and top coat. But if you're using polish all the time on your nails, I would definitely consider it. It doesn't yellow the nails, dries very quickly, and it seems to be more gentle on the nails. I don't know really why, but clients that wear this never get like surface damage, like white spots, anything like that on their nails, especially when just wearing the base coat and top coat. I think maybe the coating is quite thin. It's very flexible, no idea why. Okay, we're going to let it dry a little bit. So for 2 minutes. Yeah, this is actually dry. Amazing. It's dry.